Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to From the Depths with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to the very rare view inside the Doom Bus. In today's episode, we are going to be eliminating the first of the 4 factions in this campaign, and hopefully, if everything goes incredibly well, we will also be capturing the main base, which will be absolutely amazing. It means we can instantly start harvesting resources from that area if there is indeed a resource zone, which I don't think there is according to the stats, but the stats have been wrong before, and it also means, of course, we have a foothold in the territory where the new enemies are going to be. I'm actually amazed the other enemies haven't attacked us yet, but either way, I'm really looking forward to going in there and facing off against some new enemy types. Now, like always, I will give a quick warning that I am still using the new microphone without the pop filter, and with it in a weird position, so if my S's and my P's and everything else sounds a little bit odd, it's because there's no pop filter and the mic is to the side rather than directly in front of me, and any other audio weirdnesses like that. So I'll be right back once we've got a little bit more resource so we can repair our vehicles as we fight, and then we'll go against the first faction boss. Also, there's a bit of frame loss right now, so I will try and fix that as well before the battle begins, against the corporate HQ and 2 cannon turrets. Now, before we go ahead and set up the battle, what I'm going to do, and I'm not sure if this is a good idea yet, is I'm going to set both of the minicorn to only value weapons, so this way they don't care about the size of the enemy or anything like that, and the idea is, I'm really hoping that the cannon towers will have more weapons than the main base. Again, I don't really know if this is true, so this may end up actually backfiring against us, but what I really want to do is take out both of the cannon towers and just allow me to gently stroll into the main base and then simply take out the AI. At least, that's my thinking. All I know is the cannon towers will definitely have weapons, at least one. I have no idea if the main base has weapons. It seems logical to me, although I have this really weird feeling that I'm doing something incredibly stupid here. Really hoping this works. Okay, so here we go then. The minicorn I'm currently using, I'm going to put right here, as we are going to go straight towards the corporate HQ, hopefully taking out its AI before we take too much damage. The 2 Blargles will go off to the side, and the second minicorn will be just at a bit of an angle so it doesn't shoot me in the back. Now, when the battle does begin, I am going to turn off all of the AI, which means we are at the mercy of the enemy, but this is just because I can't afford to simply destroy everything when I really want to capture the corporate HQ. Now, the corporate HQ does have a lot of volume, which is actually a problem for us, because it means once we capture it, we actually can't repair it, so as little damage as possible would be fantastic. Well, I can repair it by replacing the blocks which are already there, but either way, you kind of get the idea. The 2 cannon turrets are worth a fortune, because apparently they are powered via RTGs. Very cool indeed. Into the battle we go, and all the AI has just been switched off. Let's have a quick look-see then at what we are facing, and apparently it's got really foggy all of a sudden, which is just fantastic. Oh my lord, those are some big cannons. Well, that will kill us in one shot very easily, but to be fair, these cannons are twice the cost of our ships, so that's to be expected. However, I am happy to report they look incredibly vulnerable. One good shot anywhere on this front section and this thing's just gone. The entire thing's going to blow up. Very frail. And then here's our main base, and sadly it does have a weapon, and I think though I may be wrong, I'm not quite sure how this works, I think that only counts as one weapon even though it has several missiles attached to it. So I'm hoping that since these are 4 cannons... Oh, but the problem is, though, since this is on 1 turret, does that count as one weapon? If it does, we're just going to absolutely shred the base anyway. Well, turn on both of the minicorn for a second, let's see what they fire at. Excellent, firing at the correct thing indeed. Wonderful. We'll just have to be really careful and make sure as soon as possible to turn off those weapons. Also, incoming missiles. Lots of explosions there on the first. There goes the second. Let's turn them off. Okay. Did I really just take out both of those? Oh, where's those missiles? I thought it turned off the Bloggle straight away. Apparently not fast enough. Oh, I can't believe that. Some of the missiles did fire, but my lord, those cannons were so weak. They both just kind of exploded. On the upside, I think that those missiles did take out the only weapon on the base, and this was surprisingly easy, honestly. I have friend or foe. I have friend or foe installed, and yet the torpedoes still absolutely destroy my butt. Wonderful. On the upside, there's absolutely no pressure right now. We still have engine power, which is all we really do need, so we'll just slowly slink towards the enemy and then capture it. Once again, Lathrix being punished for being a pirate. I honestly think those torpedoes hit me just because I happened to be in the way. They definitely have friend or foe. I am now going to check to make sure this is the case. Bloggle number 1 has been checked and has the identify friend or foe currently installed on both sides. Onto the second Bloggle, and let's have a quick look-see. Where are you? It's getting very, very dark, but do you have friend or foe, yes or no? Yes, you do. So why on earth did you hit me? I think that was just literally bad luck. And now it's getting absolutely pitch black, so let's hurry up and move forwards. Looks like the repair work's gone quite quickly, at least. Where are you? Over there. Turn. You know that a fight's a little bit too easy when you're doing a 3-point turn in a ship after simply looking at the engineering of your other ships, with absolutely no pressure from the enemy. Also, I've only just realised it was actually on the land the entire time. I was so certain that was in the water, which will actually be a little bit annoying for us, because I can only get so close with this ship. I'm probably just going to run it aground to make it easier for myself. I am very sorry, I am not a good friend of this ship. I also apologise if I sound a little bit disinterested almost, because my speaking right now is so difficult since I've got a little bit of a flu, so my nose is like completely blocked. Everything I say seems so sluggish, it's horrible. Come on, a little bit further. Okay, fine. And move! Our Heartstone is indeed failing, but I did find out something a little bit interesting in the past. One thing you can do is this. Build a little thing here, go ahead into your MISC, and put down a Heartstone. Incredibly cheesy, but it does work. Oh, it's moving! So maybe it was in the water in the first place. Well, that's just weird. Okay, pause time, and let's find where the AI is stored. Well, there's the ammo. Don't really want to blow that up, it'll blow everything else up. Oh, well, I'm hoping the AI isn't under the ground, because that would be really unfair. If I were an AI, which who knows, maybe I secretly am, I would be in the tallest tower, because that would look cool. I saw something then, but I don't think it was AI. Gee, I wonder if the AI is in the giant heavy armor block. Ta-da! Yes, it is. That's actually going to be incredibly annoying to destroy, so I may have to keep on putting down Heartstones, so I don't just, you know, die myself. So what I'll do is I'll run to this one for a second. What does that say there? Something blocks. I can't see it, but either way, I think this is about to die for some reason. Anyway, let's quickly go up top and try to break through this heavy armor. It is going to take a while, so I'll just skip ahead until I've actually succeeded and haven't fell through the floor. Lowest action episode ever. Just watching the fortress run away is really, really odd. Destroying everything but the heavy armor. Ooh, is that a crack underneath? It might be. Just keep on shooting inside, hopefully we will eventually destroy the AI itself. Finally, there we go, and whoops-a-daisy, we do not have a Heartstone on this vehicle. There we are, although that will eventually blow up since we have no engines currently available. Destroy that, and move over to one of the minicorn very, very quickly, thank you very much. That took way too long, it has to be said. Okay, so let's put that back in the water so we can actually see what it's like.
Moving out.
So we do have a problem. Currently, our lovely little thing here is actually taking damage because it has no engine power. So what I need to quickly assess, is it just the fact we have no storage space for oil, or is it that the engines have actually been completely destroyed? I actually can't find the engine, so that's not a good sign. There's the ammo once again. Ah, I'm assuming that you were the engine block. That isn't good. So what I'm hoping is that if I take this out of play, it won't continue to take damage, although I'm honestly not certain about that. So let's just find out, shall we? And goodbye. Seems stable. Okay, everything seems fine. So for now, we'll just keep it out of play. Actually, let's have a closer look at it first. Then we'll take it out of play. So we have the little refinery at the back here, which looks awesome, by the way, with this piping. In terms of design, it looks amazing. We even have a little ship here, a little life raft, a little diving ship, honestly, it looks like. Little sub. In terms of style, I mean, it could be anything, really. I'm a bit of a derp when it comes to designs like that. We do have the radar, so it does have some purpose to actually surviving. And then we have this little section up here, once again, just for aesthetics. Again, aesthetically, this thing looks amazing. It just serves absolutely no purpose except for the tiny little radar here, but of course, we have the balloon vessels for that. For now, I will keep it, but I will scrap it if we ever really need resources. It just serves no practical purpose. Now, one thing I want to find out is if I despawn all of you, in fact, you're already all despawned, and I turn you into all-terrain vehicles.
All-terrain reporting.
There we are. Can you just do that now? Can you just go over the land? It's a little bit cheesy, but it makes sense. And then you can be despawned once again. Because what we could do is go straight for one of their resource zones. I'm sending the corporate HQ back to the main base, just so it's kind of out of the way. And there we go, against the gathering pod, and by the looks of things, there were no forces here to defend it. That's really weird. A lot of weird things happening at the moment in this campaign, and I'm hoping that this gathering pod, rather, is going to be very similar to the ones we've already fought, in that it has no weapons, because it means we can just capture it happily. Ah, which means off before you fire the missiles this time. Let's have a look-see. In fact, is it exactly identical? Well, that's just lazy, although it is very pretty. I definitely prefer this colour scheme. So the next opponent then is going to be yellow and black by the looks of things. Okay, well, we've seen this happen before. I'm going to jump on top of it, kill the AI, take the gathering pod for myself, and then we have a third resource zone. Actually, a fourth resource zone under our control. Just ignore the fact that all of our ships have sort of teleported into here over the land. Wait, are those enemies? It's hard to tell if it's one of our forces or an enemy force. It's just kind of a rectangle of death. And jumping! There we go. Now this time, what I'm going to do is take out the thrusters and just force it into the water. It makes it so much easier. And one grenade. And down we go. Fantastic. I was actually expecting a little bit more than that, but apparently thrusters are incredibly vulnerable. Since a grenade can't pierce through even regular metal in one shot, so thrusters must be really low health or explosive. I actually have never checked, honestly. And now the slow and tedious job of cutting through the armor on the top. After around about 17 grenade shots, there we are, we now have our little harvester. So let's jump on back over to the mini-corn so we don't die. And because I'm bored, let's start fighting some of their forces. Let's go on over and attack these two tiles. If they defeat us, then they are truly fantastic and powerful creatures. If we defeat them, then This campaign's going to be over a little bit faster than I originally expected, but thankfully there are a lot of campaigns out there. Don't worry though, in the next episode I want it to be more action-packed, and I also want to build a new vehicle, so maybe I'll do a bit of a drunken engineering before the next episode, but either way, today's just been kind of relaxing, more than anything. Look at all these structures I've left behind. Those are all the structures I made to put down Heartstones. Of course, that only works on land, though, sadly, so it was actually a good job that the corporate HQ randomly started going inland. Oh, I've only just realised what was going on. I think because it had a fortress AI, it was trying to go to this resource zone. You see, that would make sense. Also, this resource zone, oh my lord, there's two things. First of all, it's an unlimited resource zone, so I will always get resource, but also, it regenerates twice as fast as these two, which means I'm essentially getting these two worth of resource just from this one, and it's unlimited. How strong is the first zone? 5 per sec. Why am I not harvesting that? Oh yeah, because I derped up with the Doom Bus a moment ago. Well, that's a lot of resource I've been missing. The issue is, right now in this game, the steam engines stop working as soon as the vehicle is despawned. Now thankfully, this thing can hold a lot of power, so it does take a long time before all of the power is actually completely siphoned, but even so, eventually the Doom Bus simply stops harvesting when it's offline. Which makes sense, but no other type of vehicle works that way, and wow, that's a lot of resource for us to harvest. We can make a lot of forces soon. Once again though, do want to make some new types of vehicle, either some really heavily armoured ships, or some type of flyer. I'm kind of thinking a flyer with a particle cannon, because that would be really weird. Or a ship with a particle cannon. Or just a particle cannon all by itself. I'm being very lazy right now and adding a couple of these... Wait a second, have I just discovered a bug? Okay, I was about to say I'm being very lazy right now and adding some prefab engines. I've also added the prefab refinery here. But, for some reason, it's letting me place the prefabs even though I'm at the maximum allowable volume. Well, clearly that's not working as intended. For some reason I can just keep on adding prefabs. Either way, though, this now means that the Doom Bus will be able to work even when it's not spawned in, and everything will be fine. Okay, so that's all I needed to know there, but still very, very weird. Certainly not the best types of engine, but they will get the job done, and the same goes for this little refinery section. So, take out of play, and by the looks of things, yeah, that will work absolutely fine, and will continuously drain that area. And here we go, into the first battle very, very soon. One mini-corn over there, one bloggle at the back, and the other mini-corn over here, and this bloggle here. This way, the torpedoes will hopefully not hit our ships, because they keep on doing that, and it's getting incredibly annoying. So against us, we have the mech, the mine sprinkler, both of which are very expensive, and the high-altitude bomber, once again, a very, very expensive opponent. Into the battle, finally, after the game crashed 3 times. No idea what was causing that, but apparently something is causing a bit of instability, so I will be looking into that in the future. Likely there was just a little cut there. Anyway, so this is the mine sprinkler. The mine sprinkler is this one, yes? Yes, and honestly, it's fairly obvious. Look at that, so many mines. So it's got one central section, which is probably what's keeping it aloft, and then everything else is likely just for stability. That's a really cool design. I love how they've done the sections there. We then have the mech, which, unsurprisingly, is Bastion. And actually looks really, really cool as well. Oh, is that 2 separate parts as well? Okay, that may be a little bit difficult to kill, but thankfully the torpedo should absolutely destroy that bottom section, which I think will likely be the main vehicle, since it's always one main, one attach. And then we have the high-altitude bomber, which looks quite frail, but at the same time looks like it's going to be really quick. I think this is one giant custom engine. Okay, well, go. Some of the armor-penetrating rounds going straight through the bomber and utterly obliterating it. The rain is falling, and there we go. The mech is currently under attack from both of the mini-corns now. The missiles coming in from the top. And yep, the base is the main vehicle, so we didn't destroy that. Where's the mine sprinkler? Currently under attack by both of the mini-corns, and down it goes as well. Utterly obliterated. I think I may have made our mini-corns a little bit overpowered. No, I definitely have. They are glass cannons, but they're very, very efficient glass cannons. That's kind of beautiful, honestly. And battle finished. Well, yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it? Not exactly the most difficult. Also, I forgot to remove this section from our boarding efforts earlier. Trying to talk right now is actually incredibly difficult, I do have to say. Oh, we did lose one of our turrets. But that's it. We lost one turret. Okay, well, that was that. Honestly, a little bit disappointing, I will admit, but I do think that's our fault for building these things. Yeah, those turrets are... I am proud of them. I will admit I am proud of making them as they are, but yeah, that was a bit quick. And people were complaining that missiles were overpowered. Let's go and fight the other group over there as well next. Ooh, or I could fight just here. Yeah, let's go for this, for the stronger force. Because I can't resist, we are now spawning in at the flyer we built quite some time ago in the Drunken Engineering episode. Even if it works well though, I'm only going to use it in one battle, then I'm simply going to get the resources back, as although it is very powerful, it does suffer from being a glass cannon even more than the mini-corns, which means, essentially, if anything hits the gun, the entire thing blows up. With the mini-corns, you can actually destroy both turrets, and it will survive. I have tested that a few times. It's quite a vulnerable craft, but you can essentially take off chunks of it without destroying everything. This does not have that benefit. Oh, hello. We've just found the next resource zone as well. 3 per second, so it is more powerful than the others, and a lot in reserve. A bit of a weird screen tearing there. Gathering pod, mine sprinkler, mining laser, and another mine sprinkler. All the mines for everyone. It even moves like it's drunk. This is what happens when you don't set up your PID system correctly. You get something like this. And there we are. After 2 minutes of just messing around with the PID system, everything works perfectly. And it looks considerably less drunk. Well, at least in terms of movement. And so we begin the last battle of the day. So we are fighting the high-altitude bomber, the mine sprinkler, and the mech. And this time I'm going to stop doing the mistake I keep on doing, and I'm actually going to face the Blargle against the enemy. The reason being is this makes the torpedoes far more reliable, and it actually gets there a lot faster, since otherwise they essentially have to make a curve, and sometimes they don't even track the target. Begin. Why is some of the stuff not spawned in? Okay, there we go. That was odd, I could have swore I got that correct. Everything in combat mode, fantastic. There is our flyer shooting away. Hopefully it will connect at least one shot, because these are pretty darn powerful. And those are the smaller turrets there firing away at the aircraft. Kind of wish... Oh, what a lovely hit there, completely obliterating the wing. Behold the power of maximum gauge shells. Wonderful, wonderful. And we are already going down because one of the enemy missiles hit us right in the face. So let's jump on over to one of the mini-corns so that I don't die myself. Now going after the mine, and yep, there it goes, both of the mini-corns ganging up on that poor thing. Is the flyer down? Well, there goes the flyer crashing into the water. It was worth it just to see that explosion. Just to see it. And there is the torpedoes hitting the bottom. And there are the torpedoes. I cannot speak today, as you can probably guess. My eyes are hurting, my nose is blocked, and I'm speaking weirdly into the side of a microphone which you shouldn't speak into the side of. Either way, battle finished, and we are victorious. Ooh, what took so much damage here? Oh, one of the mine lobbers. Mine sprinklers. So with that, I think it's a good time to call the episode now that it's raining. We are so far just obliterating each and every enemy. I will try to make it more interesting by spawning in different types of craft in the future. And as you can see, the drunk craft really isn't up to our standards right now. It's very, very powerful, but just not reliable. It's going to die every single fight. If a single missile can take you down, you are not good enough. It's as simple as that. It was on the floor, well, on the water, and only was able to do one more shot after that. So, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that From the Depths is a series you wish to see continued in the future. And I would like to know, what type of craft do you think I should build next? A flyer, a heavily armoured watercraft, or maybe something like the mech, which is several vehicles in one? Please tell me in the comment section. Hopefully next time, I will be able to speak a bit better without messing up every second sentence. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.